Welcome to another special Kareems Quest news episode. Now, I'm going to be looking at how Hurricane Melissa affected Black River, but I'm going to be doing it in a chronological way. So you can see, from the entry point to what happened afterwards to where we are now. Some people want to know what are the relief efforts like, what really caused so much of this catastrophe, not just from a hurricane standpoint, but from an infrastructure standpoint. So I'm breaking down all of these things in this video. Now, the first thing that I want to look at is the fact that the hurricane entered, well, it was a category 5, and it entered at New Hope, Belmont. If you look at the screen, you will see the image, you'll see where Black River is with respect to where the hurricane entered. Now, these are all low-lying, flood-prone areas per se, because they're on the coastal side of Jamaica. So any strong storm or any gust, will always affect these areas. But this one was different because this was 185 miles per hour. Many residents said that they have never seen anything like this. And these are people who would have also lived through Hurricane Gilbert. So it speaks to the severity of the damage as well as the strength of the hurricane. All right, now, based on even just news that is going around, 80 to 90% of all the roofs in Black River were blown away. Now, when you look at this image, you're seeing debris, you're seeing people displaced, you're seeing, we have this unknown death toll to this day because we can't access so many of the places. So when you're seeing the image, this is just ravished places. You see the boards, you see, the debris all over the place. Some people have also reported a lot of animal carcasses. Some people have stated that there are dead bodies that are floating around because the water has not subsided in some areas. It was a catastrophic event. And for those who had to live through it, it must have been an ordeal. This is the view from a nurse. By the way, the hospital in Black River has also been damaged significantly. But nonetheless, this is what the nurse had to say.
Right now, we're in Black River. As you can see, that was the old church, Anglican Church. That's the police station over there. This is where you have the Chinese store and the supermarket behind us. When you look over there, that's the market. And all those places are damaged. We don't even have any clothes. This is our situation at hand right now. And we're pleading for help because we need help. We're basically stuck in Black River and we cannot come out. Look, if you look around, everybody's trying to survive. This is survival mode. But most importantly right now, we're just telling Master God thanks that we are alive and we have endured the worst. So when you think your situation is worse, remember there's somebody else that is going through a worse situation than you. So let us give thanks in all that we're doing. Big up Daddy Jesus.
I must tell you that even for me, a lot of this is a lot to deal with. That's why I kind of changed up some of my structure in terms of showing you some of these places what they were before, because I don't just want to bombard you with so many of these images. And it's traumatic, you understand? And I want to ensure that our emotions can be in the right place so that we can show up for the people who need it the most. I did my part in terms of helping out administratively to get some distribution done. And this is another thing I want people to know. We need help in every way, not just in goods, but we need also administrative help so that we can create an effective distribution means. Anyway, I also want to keep everybody up to date. All right, so I'm going to put something on the screen. It's a QR code. All you have to do is just hold up your phone close to it. You can scan it. You can go to my website and you can read the news updates because people also want to be informed properly. So it's taking a lot out of me, but I'm getting those articles out so you can know even where to donate or how to donate or what are some of the items that are in dire need, because sometimes people don't know these things and they start to donate a lot of one thing and neglect other things. All right, so keep that in mind. Please also subscribe. It means a lot. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers and I need your support to do so. Can't do it without you. So you can click that button. It's free of charge. And by the way, when you're on my website, people also still want to be updated in a timely manner. So you can sign up for my newsletter and I give away this magazine, this free magazine that's called 4 Places in Jamaica You Must Visit. A lot of those places are not open right now, but they will be in the near future. So you can have it as a keepsake. It's my little gift to you. All right. Now let's talk about some of the major challenges that were facing people once this hurricane happened. And this is less than 24 hours after, right? So this is like, the 8th or the 7th hour, or even earlier, probably the 3rd hour after, when people now were trying to get access to Black River. Now, one of the main points that are used is this place called Holland Bamboo. And there's a road chat video that I did where I'm going to show you what this place was like before, so you can even just get the feel of it. And you can look for those episodes, by the way, on my channel. Anyway, Holland Bamboo was completely impassable, right? You could not move, and it's the only way, it's the easiest way that you can access, and mass amount of people can access Black River as well as Westmoreland. All right, so if you're coming from Kingston, and 9 out of 10 times this is the route that you're traveling. So people were trying to check on their relatives, people were trying to check on their loved ones. They couldn't move.
I've been here about since, I'm gonna say 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and this is in Holland Bamboo. So I've been here since that time from yesterday. I slept right here. My fiance has been working, cutting down power sign up there, and I've been the driver because we have stuff in the back that we're trying to use to assist to clear the roads. I've been here since then.
So with that being experienced at Holland Bamboo, and people can't move around, and citizens had to come out with their machetes and try to start cutting the debris, and a lot of people's car got stuck in the water because some areas were filled with water. And in the meantime, in Black River, it's total chaos, right? I mean, at this point, Black River is without light and without water, and they don't have any food more than anything else. So naturally, looting start to ensue. People are in survival mode. People need food to eat. I mean, you have young babies, you have old people who they have the blood pressure tablet, they need a bunch of stuff. Nothing can come in at this point.
On Friday, desperation quickly turned to chaos as looters descended on damaged shops. The situation was so intense, the police fired warning shots into the air to scatter the crowds. A chilling reminder that order is on the edge.
But people are coming in, some are just out of curiosity, others coming in just to see what they can hunt, and we're trying to discourage that. So if you don't have to come into Black River, please don't.
Having seen Black River at such a devastating phase of life, I want to bring you to what Black River used to be now. I'm going to be using a video that I did on Black River some time ago, and it's from my road chat series now. At the end of this episode, you can watch that full video. I put it out there so you can see what Black River was. You can see what the landscape was and some of the landmarks as well, so that you know where it's coming from. But contrasting to what Black River is currently experiencing post Hurricane Melissa, Black River was a thriving city back in the 18th and 19th century. It was a big economic hub. Think of it like London or New York of its time, right? And I'll tell you why. In 1893, Black River was the first town in Jamaica to have electricity. I mean, now the town is in darkness, but back then it was the first town in Jamaica to have electricity. Again, in 1903, it was also the first town to have automobiles. So back then the business was very good. Its main source of income was exporting logwood, and they used logwood to dye, so like your jeans pants, that dye perhaps came from logwood. They also exported rum and sugar and pimento. So it was a thriving town to be in back in the day. Now back to the aftermath. This must have been horrendous for the police, and much like the army and the police, they recruit a lot of young people. So it must have been horrendous for them, because at the same time, they can't even see their own families, and they're marooned into these small little spots where, they're outnumbered. They have to use a lot of tactics to control the crowd, but thankfully they were able to get certain things in order.
The security forces say they have retaken control of Black River and order has been restored to the hurricane-hit town. The security forces swarmed the area today, this in an attempt to prevent further looting in the town. Many businesses faced a double blow, damage to infrastructure and loss of goods. Residents we spoke with complained about the presence of the police, arguing that food items from wholesales and supermarkets especially are likely to go to waste. The police, however, say they will continue to maintain a strong presence in the area as the restoration efforts get underway.
Now, at about probably the 11th and the 12th hour, major breakthrough started to take place, right? Holland Bamboo was cleared partially for single file traffic, and there was an alternate route that was also developed. Now, people had to be making, the different ways through these routes cautiously, because even prior to the hurricane, these routes were routes that perhaps only like SUVs and 4x4 big vehicles and pickups could only go through. So you can imagine, even with the hurricane, people had to be very cautious, and the soldiers had to come through, and they really came through in their numbers, and they used a lot of chainsaws and different equipment just to clear the debris. So they were able to finally bring supply to the people, and that also helped to quell the tempers, because people were finally getting water, they were finally getting basic food necessities. And this one lady, I mean, her story kind of, it softened my heart, because when she got her healthcare package, and this was a package that came through the Shaggy Foundation as well, with the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force, and she just hugged one of the soldiers and whispered in his ears, "Thank you." And when I read that part of it, I was, my heart was sunken, because they were not getting anything whatsoever, and you're in total darkness. You're totally, uncomfortable. You don't have your roof, you don't have a place to stay. You're looking around and seeing all your life investment, your washing machine, your TV. Some people, even documents are gone. I don't know, like, when all this clears up, the amount of birth certificates that would have been lost and passports that would have been lost. I mean, there's just so many places that assistance will be needed to bring back some semblance of normal life.
I'm an emergency medical physician at the Black River Hospital. As you can see, we're in total devastation right now. We're currently evacuating as many of the patients as we can get out. However, remaining will be functioning as a field hospital. Essentially, only the bare minimum we have, and we can only take whatever comes in as an emergency. If you want to assist us, please send a truck, send anything. Send your fridge, send your solar fridge so we can store medication, send your supplies, send water, send food, anything you can send to help. If you want to come and you have assistance as well, if you have your backhoe or your tractor, come and help us clear some of the debris, right? We are going to reach out to people who want to donate. As you can see, we have not even AC units to keep the walls cool. We don't have nothing. We don't have a generator to work in the night, right? So please send any assistance as you can, right? And we are willing and able to accept anything you have. All right, thank you.
No, even with the hospital has been severely damaged, and even the staff at the hospital, these are people who are sleep deprived. Many of them have not seen their families. Many of them can't even access the districts to get to their homes. So you can think of the mentality that they're in. Even when I saw the nurse at the beginning of the video, I mean, I can't imagine the things that are going through her mind in terms of, just seeing all of this and knowing that she could have also lost her life. She don't know what her loved ones are like. Some people leave their young kids. Some of these nurses that they just had a child. And to separate a mother from her child in these, early stages, this must be heartrending for them. So needless to say, the hospital is under a lot of strain and a lot of pressure, both from a human perspective as well as an infrastructural perspective. This is what the Minister of Health had to say about it.
We have been able to secure one field hospital that is to be delivered over the next 24 hours. All other things we need for the Black River, which we've done our reconnaissance and identified a site. The team visited yesterday, was it? We're coordinating with the JDF and other agencies of government, and that field hospital is expected to be delivered sometime tomorrow, and immediately we'll begin to deploy and to set up that facility. That facility will come fully equipped, which will include an operating theatre and other critical diagnostic equipment, and some team members to support the local team. And therefore we're hoping that during the course of this week, St. Elizabeth, the parish, and Black River, the capital, will have a functional hospital, which is a field hospital, while we assess what is happening at the original hospital.
Now, me having visited Black River some time ago, I mean, the landmarks for me, was also something that stood out significantly. Now, there is the St. John's Anglican Church. And when you see the before and after, it is so surprising to me. This church was built in 1774, right? So it would have withstood Hurricane Charlie in 1951. It would have also withstood Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, and it would have withstood Hurricane Ivan in 2004, I believe. So it would have withstood all of those. And this can show you the magnitude of what Hurricane Melissa was, because those other hurricanes were nothing simple. Those other hurricanes were really devastating. So to know that Hurricane Melissa was the one that really brought this place down to the rubbles that it is now. Now, back in the days, even the Yellowstones were brought from England, and they came up with this unique design that had Gothic inspiration to it as well. So it just was brought down to this rubble that you're seeing now. The next one was the Courthouse for me. The Courthouse was always a very imposing building. Like when you go there, I remember in the road chat video that you're going to see at the end of this episode, we were asking people, what was the big tree that was in there in the yard, and it was this ficus tree, I believe. But you can watch it for yourself, and you can tell me in the comment section, if that is correct, if it is a ficus tree. But it's reduced to this right now, and this is a central point to be at, because this is where you do all the legal documents, as well as the parish council officers would stay at this place. So it is a hard thing to deal with. Now, I want to get all of these things out to you in a timely manner. So again, I'm asking you to subscribe so you can get the latest updates every time I'm coming up with these things. These videos do take some time to create, because I have to make sure that I am doing my research as I'm presenting it to you, so that I can make sure that it's substantive to you. You can watch it and you can learn something from it. We have so much to offer in Jamaica. It's going to take us a good little while to build back. All right. I'm reading a lot of the comments as well. Good. I mean, it is a lot even on me. I must tell you the truth, right? It's tiring. I'm working like 13 hours per day since this has occurred, right? I mean, some days I get a good night's rest, some days I don't. I don't make a big fuss about it, because for my other friends who are in Westmoreland, the same Black River that I'm talking about, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, and St. James, it's horrendous for them. So what I'm going through is nothing compares to what they are going through, So my heart goes up to them, and this is why it's so important for me to share these videos, because it's my way of helping people, to figure out, what is going on and how they can help. And by the way, people have also been reaching out to me in terms of providing assistance. And what I've been saying to the people who are abroad who want to come to Jamaica, I'm encouraging them to wait until December, because this is the first phase. And what usually happens in the first phase of things like these is that everybody comes on board, because emotions are high. We saw that in Katrina. We have seen that in many other instances. But then when things start to just fade out and it's no longer in the consciousness of people, many of these communities get neglected and they need continuous help. This is going to take months upon months, by a year to just rebuild. So if you can't make it for the first phase, don't worry. Just keep gathering up the stuff them, so that the second or the third phase you can show up, because these are kids who need to go back to school. They're going to need a lot of help, It's not just like a one-time type thing. So, keep that in mind, all right? Because I know you want to help, but right now it's really the essential workers that are best suited to be on the ground and navigate the terrain, all right? But I would love if you guys could, whoever can make it for December. And we have a lot of outlets that are there too, that are willing, that are doing a lot of underground, lot of churches, lot of organizations, lot of entertainers too. So we're going to need ongoing support, right? Support is never too much in terms of, what is needed now. Anyway, so I'm going into this road chat video that shows you Black River in its glory. What Black River was like. And on this day, the community was very preoccupied with something else. So it's going to be empty and not going to see many people, if anybody at all, on the streets. All right. It was a good day for me to shoot, because I get to really show you what the landscape was like before all of this. You get to see the bridge before the bridge was destroyed, and you get to see the homes and just different things that made Black River such a beautiful place. Black River Market is one of the cleanest markets I have ever been to.
Yes.
So on Road Chat today, we're in Black River. This is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Nick, the Black River expert. This is actually the capital, right, of St. Elizabeth?
Yes, folks, this is the capital. I know a lot of people would think Santa Cruz is the capital, but no. I mean, and coincidentally, there's a KFC in Santa Cruz.
I know KFC in Black River.
Yeah,
that's why people think Santa Cruz is the capital. And because Santa Cruz is also on the main road.
Right. You know.
Black River, you literally have to turn off, you know, to access it.
Right. Yeah. But the capital was recent. Well, not recently, but in the 1700s, in 1773, you know, it was actually Lacova, and it was the capital was shifted to here in Black River. So
okay then.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I guess because it had so much commerce, you know, this was a port at one point.
Yes.
Where they traded logwood, slave trade too.
Yeah. And sugar as well too. You know, in the 17th, 18th, and the 19th century. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when they closed the port, that is when Black River now the business start to dry up.
Yeah, you know, and it's something that we've seen in other places, you understand, because for instance, even in Westmoreland there in Grange Hill, I mean, that place used to be quite buzzing with activity, but it's like from the NCB closed down, you understand, things just slow down, you
That's
know.
why people in areas like these always want certain things. No, this is not the correct way, but let me just still take it because we can just try to get some stuff. This is the courthouse.
Yes, so this is
a lovely courthouse.
Yes.
I mean, granted, doing the people, you know, on their court, but I'm just saying, it's a lovely courthouse.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. What kind of tree is this, you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I don't. You know, Black River is known for
the logwood tree.
Logwood tree.
And
so
the music has died.
Yeah, back in the day, you know. So I was wondering if this was a logwood tree, because here's another similar looking tree, but yeah.
So persons, if you know these trees, so just show it to the viewers. The viewers love to chime in and give their take. If you know what type of tree this is, Nick, you need to show them how to lead them to you. If you know what type of tree this is, just let us know, please.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to encourage persons is that this is a forum for all of us to learn. Some things we might not even get totally correct. So it's a forum, a healthy learning, and nobody's trying to be an expert here. This is Jamaica for all of us. So anything you can share, you share. Right? This is the municipal corporation right here. And look at the old buildings.
Yes.
Look at this old building right here.
Right.
And look at the architecture.
It is. It is. Yeah.
I love it.
And one of my doctor's buildings is next door here.
Okay, good.
Another old building here for Dr. Brown.
So let us talk about some more things. Black River is also the first place where the first car that was ever brought to Jamaica was brought in via Black River.
Yes, it came into Black River, you know. So Black River look like, you know, they really have.
Was it a deportee?
I'm not sure. Well, I highly doubt it.
Well, the first deportee car arrived in Kingston. That much we know.
Yeah, but this car, they say it came in from the UK. So, yeah, you know. And another first for Black River was the Waterloo Guest House, you understand? That was the first residence to receive electricity.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yes.
So here are people, we're just going to drive in one and two of them places, you know. So you can, this is the
Waterloo
look at that
house. On High Street. Oh yes, we're on High Street.
Yep.
So folks, the first place to have electricity, and there's even a sign. Probably we should look at the sign.
We'll get them closer to it. We are going to get them closer to the sign.
You know, I mixed up High Street, you know.
Alright, come, let's see. Let's show them the sign. The Waterloo Guest House. So let's read it. This imposing two-story structure was built in the 1860s by Thomas Leiden. The house, with its wooden floor and wrapped around veranda with attractive fretwork, popular at the time, is one of the oldest in the town. Wow. And it also speaks about the electricity being installed in 1893.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is lovely, people. So this is a part of history right here. And they keep the structure. They try their best to maintain it. I love these simplistic structures, though. I can't lie about that. Sometimes when things get too sophisticated, they say all AC up on the thing now. Right, and there's a no, but you know the fun thing is that they have actually expanded it because there's a pool up there, so
Yeah, but it's nice that they expanded it and they kept the original structure, because you know, normally when people do these development, they'd have knocked down here to, you know, to capitalize on space. You know? So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's lovely. And look at what you're seeing. You're seeing the sea, right?
Yes.
As they look out and look at the old wooden buildings.
You know, it's good that they've kept them, you know. So
yeah, I don't necessarily like when persons destroy too many of those things, because there's such a history and a story to be told. Even when you look at the structures, you can tell that there's a story to be told.
Yeah.
I want to just make that little go to come pass through. So what else about Black River? We passed Black River High School as well.
Yes, yeah.
Right, a lovely high school. It's well kept and it seemed like it was recently painted.
Yeah.
Big up to the students them from Black River High School. Do we have any viewers who used to go to Black River High School? Give us a take of your experience at that prominent school.
Yes. Are any other schools?
No, man, what about Black River High School still, you know?
Yeah, but you know, you have to represent this. No, let me tell you why we have to represent other schools in Black River, because.
Okay. Oh no, yes, in Black River. I thought you meant another parish.
Yeah. No man, in Saint Elizabeth, you understand? Because,
oh no, man. We're now writing off.
Oh, because this church here, the St. John's Parish Church, you know, big up the Anglican community again. Yes. Right, you know, so it is said to have the site for a statue for Caleb Dickinson.
Who that?
And Robert Monroe. So they would have founded Hampton College and Monroe College respectively, you know.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a big history. Now we're coming out of town.
Right, you know. Yeah. So also with Black River, I mean, as the name suggests, you know, the Black River, you know, it is one of the longest rivers in the island as well. So,
and it's home to the largest group of crocodiles. Is that so?
Well, only the Portmore residents can contest that. True. Yeah, you know. And there's also, oh, you could have turned here, but that's
hard. No, but we want to go up somewhere still.
Yeah. And also, there's also the Black River Safari. You've ever been on it before?
Yes, I've been on it before.
Yeah. So.
Right. Big up Lloyd. If anybody ever watch the Kareems Quest episodes, you see Lloyd, you know, giving a tour, and he's very educated. And he does Iris Safari.
Yeah.
So I'll go around there so now we can access the safari tour. So you come down on this street right here and you make a left turn, I believe.
No, you go around here.
You go around?
No, straight. Yeah.
Straight?
Yeah.
No, but there's one up there. So
no, man, you can access it right here.
Alright, no problem.
Right. And the Black River is how long is the tour? About
90 minutes.
90 minutes, yeah. And folks, you'll get to see various types of crocodiles there, you know. I think they give them names and stuff, right?
Right. So this is one of them, right?
Yeah. And also you have the one you could have entered from.
We'll go up there so into another one right here. So now, people, this is going to be an extra long
road chat. Because you know it's Black River and you know we have to give. Oh, you could have actually.
Yes. Then I tell you, I don't know why I don't mean it.
No, it's just that
bush me that carry.
No, it's just that when I work black, I just don't have me pass that.
Like say because you go down and party more than me, you know it. So this is Iris Safari. No, look at the sign. This is what happened. Metal sign and seawater close by. Right. This is actually one of the. This was the tour that I did, and it was done by a guy named Lloyd Linton, and Lloyd studied biology in terms of that involves this type of life, and so he had so much information to give in terms of just, you know, with the crocodiles, and persons were wondering if they would eat humans, and you know, he was explaining many of the myths about it. No, so we're just going to continue now. We'll go towards the bridge, right? What else do we know about? No, this is another thing. So we're going to drive to the Black River Market, right? And let me just take my route to show persons that this route also exists, all right?
Yeah, no, I just that when I come, I do pass this office right here, you understand? So I've never, look at that. Wow, and the goats are here keeping Doc's office. Yeah.
So the dog, they must sleep. Sleep time, people, for all the dogs.
Wow.
Oh, that's a family, you know? Family of dog right here. So St. Bess Pharmacy.
Yes, big up St. Bess, Miss Desmond and Miss Hall and the rest of the crew.
Okay, wow, alright then. So we continue to go around this road. And basically, you can always tell like a town, you know, a town always have a one way that kind of circle around it.
Yes, that is true. I guess it's to avoid, the congestion, because, and even though they have this, because sometimes it can get quite congested, you know.
Hey, let me tell you this, unequivocally, well, no, let me not say unequivocally, but Black River Market is one of the cleanest markets I have ever been to.
Yes.
So look over to your left.
Yes, that is true.
This is one of the cleanest markets I have ever been to. Big up all of the vendors in this market. If you know any vendor in this market, let us know. But I've been there several times, and I'm telling you, even all the people them relate to you.
Yeah.
You can see them take pride in them environment.
Yes.
Not every market you go, you feel that clean vibe.
Yeah.
This is we're going over Wilka Bridge.
To go over a bigger bridge.
Yup. A bigger bridge.
Because the tour I'm familiar with, you enter all. Okay, so this one is Black River Safari. Okay.
Yeah, so them have multiple tours then. And what big up all the tour them to, Nobody feels so we just have one little tour.
Yeah.
Because them decorate it.
Yes. Have you ever been to Black River Day?
No.
Boy, that's when the whole town comes out. You should really see Black River on that day.
Really?
Alright folks, so we're here on the bridge. This would be, I guess, where the Black River meets the sea.
Wow. And you see the tour boats as well.
Yeah.
So show them, you can just zoom. And this was our drive through of
Black River.
I mean, you have the safari tours have definitely expanded significantly from back in the day.
Yeah.
And so now you have a lot of tour guides, and this is one of the most natural things about Jamaica, and we have to preserve our environment, because these are the things that tourists want to come and experience as something that's exquisite and exclusive.
Definitely.
Now I pass some look at Maras too, so you know what I mean, just the whole the environment and the setting for me for Black River is always something beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on this journey with us. It's just such a beautiful town to drive through. Now we can show you the other side, because we just did make a U-turn. So the other side of it, this is where the river just goes out to the sea, and the base of the sea is actually dark. That's why they call it Black River.
Interesting.
So as usual, people, stay tuned to the Road Chat episodes. We love sharing them with you. We want to hear your input as well, in terms of big up all the Black River Massive. Anything that you want to input and share with us, feel free to share with us anything that you want to add or that you'd want us to highlight.
Yes. Alright folks, stay safe.